Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, this is the National Football League.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside. Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I love this guy's makeup. He is not afraid to fail. He attacks on just about every snap. Wants to throw the football downfield first. He'll throw it short if he has to. But bottom line, he wants to put a lot of pressure on the defense with his arm.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Flushed out right, and he finds his tight end, Graham. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
There's nothing. We got him.
Well, when you've got a guy like Marquise Goodwin, a former Olympian, mind you, you've got to devise ways to get the football in his hands, and mission accomplished there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Oh, don't be scared. You smell that checkers draw.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. 62 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went. For the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
That's what we are.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Back to throw again. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Here we go, here we go.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. And now running right through him.
Let's go to work, y'all. Let's go to work.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you helped.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Goff toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Here's Cohen now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up second down. They run. Montgomery. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Good job.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Montgomery. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. From the 50, it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.